How dare you come to my house uninvited? What do you want?
Be happy, Melanie. We're willing to forgive you.
Huh?
But our forgiveness is gonna cost you. We want you to return the alimony that you got from our son. You're gonna be very busy when you come home.
Huh? What?
Huh?
I don't understand. Please explain it to me.
Trouble busters!
Melanie, I'm so in love with you. Will you please marry me?
Wow! Yes, of course! Thank you, this makes me so happy! My name is Melanie. My boyfriend Kevin proposed to me, and I was thrilled to get married to him. He was hardworking and kind, and I loved everything about him. But when we actually started living together, I saw a dark side to him that I didn't know about before.
Look at this. I created a weekly schedule for us. I want you to follow the schedule precisely and won't allow for any deviations.
What is this for? I can come up with my own schedule. You don't need to decide for me.
You don't get it, do you? Are you stupid? I know that we've both been making our own decisions in our lives up until now, but
Well, yes.
how much did you earn when you were working?
How is that relevant to this conversation?
Just answer the questions, Melanie. Don't talk back to me.
Okay. I made a little over $30,000.
I make $70,000, more than twice. And I'm getting a raise soon, which brings my annual salary close to $80,000. Don't you think that we're valued differently because of the choices that we made in our lives? The numbers don't lie. It's apparent who the talented one is here.
You have a point, but when it comes to taking care of this house, I know what I'm doing.
I can do what you do if I wanted to. Anyone can. It's not hard. So basically, the housework you do is worthless in terms of money. You need someone like me to tell you how to get the work done efficiently. So if you have time to talk back to me, you should be doing the housework according to the schedule that I made for you.
I didn't feel like arguing with Kevin over something so stupid, so I decided to follow his schedule. Kevin was satisfied with himself for getting me to obey him, and instead of calming down, his behavior toward me worsened over time.
I'm home. I'm gonna take a bath.
Yes, please do.
Is the water temperature set to my liking?
Of course.
Don't you get it?
Huh?
How are you so sure that the temperature hasn't changed since the last time that you checked it?
I'm not sure, but it wasn't that long ago when I checked, so the temperature couldn't have changed drastically.
It's amazing how you managed to irritate me over something so trivial. Are you doing this on purpose to annoy me?
Let me go check the water temperature again now.
I want the exact temperature, okay? What is this?
Phew! The temperature is to Kevin's liking. I'm so relieved. I don't want to fight with him over this.
Melanie, what the hell is this?
What's wrong, Kevin? Why did you throw this?
I told you that you're only allowed to shop 2 times a year and only with my pre-approval. Why do I have to tell you everything? Can't you figure things out on your own? All you do is stay at home. You don't need to dress up or have nice clothes. From now on, I'm gonna select your outfits for you.
Some of these clothes were for you too.
What? For me? I don't want to wear any cheap half-off items. You should have gotten my permission before wasting my money like this. I had no idea that I married such a dumbass. You're so irritating and annoying.
Kevin made me sit down on the cold bathroom floor for 3 hours, and he lectured me about things that didn't really matter to me. He continued to bully me at home. He made mean remarks about my cooking, my friends, my hobbies, and the way I spend his money. It was too much. On top of all of that, I found out that he was cheating on me. That's when I decided to divorce him. I asked him to pay me alimony for having an affair, but being the way that Kevin is, things didn't go so smoothly. He told me that I was part of the reason that he cheated on me, and his father seemed to think so as well.
Melanie, Kevin wouldn't have cheated on you if you had been a better wife to him. You don't have the right to ask him to pay alimony.
It's not just about the affair. Kevin's been bullying and abusing me emotionally throughout our entire marriage.
Abuse? You've got to be kidding me. I was only giving you advice on how to get the housework done efficiently, because you clearly had trouble doing so. You should be grateful, not angry.
Kevin's not paying any alimony, and we're not going to change our minds about this. You don't realize how much pain you caused Kevin when you told him that you were leaving him. If anything, you should pay him the alimony for emotional distress that you caused him. Kevin's parents were being completely ridiculous, and they blamed me for the divorce. My parents tried to defend me, but we all ended up in a huge argument. After hours of long discussions and heated arguments, Kevin and I got divorced, and he agreed to pay me alimony. I didn't want anything to do with Kevin after we were divorced, but still he texted me on a regular basis, which bugged me. He disgusts me. It's too late for him to be nice to me. I know that he's only faking it. He made a typo too. He always brags about how smart he is, which only makes him look more stupid. And some of the stuff he sends me are lyrics from famous songs. How lame! I had the urge to delete all of his messages and block him from my phone, but I couldn't cut all ties with him just yet. He still owed me alimony.
Do you know how much I'm suffering right now?
I ignored all of his messages. After that, he stopped texting me altogether and he paid me the alimony that he promised. 2 years went by after that, and then another 2 years. I had gotten remarried at this point and was in total bliss. My new husband and I were living with my parents and everything was going well. I don't get it.
What's wrong?
The door is unlocked. How creepy. I'm sure that I locked the door. That is frightening.
La 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 la.
La 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 la. Why are you two singing in this moment? Well,
Because we're scared, Melanie.
what? How dare you come into my house uninvited? What do you want?
Hey, Melanie, how's it going?
Long time no see.
You shouldn't have hidden your spare key under the flower pot. That's too obvious of a hiding place. What would you have done if we were burglars? Well, you're close enough.
That's right. You're not welcome here, which means that you're trespassing.
What do you want from us?
Be happy, Melanie. We're willing to forgive you.
But our forgiveness is gonna cost you. We want you to return the alimony that you got from our son. Then you can come live with us again. Once you and Kevin are remarried, you're gonna be real busy taking care of my sick mother.
Huh? What?
Huh? It's been 4 years since Melanie and Kevin got divorced.
Why are you coming to us now? Aren't you being overly selfish? I didn't expect that my past was going to come and haunt me like this, but I couldn't escape from my past. I had to tackle them head on. I wasn't going to let my abusive ex-husband and his family bully me anymore. I'm not the same person that I was 4 years ago. I won't forgive them, troublebusters.
I know that we've been divorced for 4 years now, but that doesn't mean that our relationship is completely dead. We were once a family, remember?
And I've moved on since then. 4 years is a long time. It's the same as the Olympics.
I know that you still feel the same way about me. We just needed a reason to get back together.
What are you talking about?
I know that you want me back.
I'm sure the 4 years apart did you both good. Now you can get remarried with a clean slate.
I'm upset that you left and didn't take care of Kevin for 4 whole years, though. You should be happy that Kevin is willing to take you back.
That's right. Be grateful that you have the opportunity to be my wife again.
I can see that you haven't changed one bit since the last time that I saw you.
Well, I have no reason to change. I'm perfect just the way I am.
Don't insult my daughter, Kevin. If you say anything more that I don't approve of, I'm gonna have to ask you three to leave.
We should call the police. They broke into our home.
Kevin, you need to be rational here.
Got it, Dad. Sorry for getting so emotional.
Mom, Dad, I'm going to take care of this myself. This is between Kevin and I. You don't need to worry about me. Melanie.
Well, we're here for you if you need us.
When I got divorced from Kevin 4 years ago, my parents supported me a lot. But this time, I was going to stand up for myself.
Melanie, we're so proud of you.
Let's get back to the topic. I have nothing to be sorry for, but the same cannot be said for you. I was a good wife to you, yet you mistreated me.
I'm the one that should determine whether or not you were a good wife to me.
You abused me and made me think that I was worthless. You caused me to doubt myself and lose confidence. I knew that you were a bad influence on me, which is why I divorced you. So there is no way that I would ever get back with you.
I see that in the past 4 years, you learned to blame me for everything when I've done absolutely nothing wrong. That's something an idiot like you would do. You insisted you were a good wife to me, but I wasn't happy being married to you. Besides, you didn't have a job, so it's your duty to get all the housework done according to my standards. You're too easy on yourself. If you had been a good wife to me like you said you were, I wouldn't have complained to you so much.
Then tell me exactly what I did wrong, because I'd like to know for my peace of mind.
Everything. Everything that you did was wrong.
I'd like more detail than that. It's too vague. You told me how stupid I was every day, and it hurt me a lot. The least you can do is tell me every detail of what I did wrong.
First of all, you could only cook a few dishes, and I got sick and tired of eating the same menu all the time.
Yes, you told me that, so I cooked a different dish every day for 3 whole months. I served you 90 different menus during those 3 months. Can you still complain that I didn't make the effort to make you something different every day?
You changed the menus around a little, but what you were serving me was essentially the same thing.
Well, that's subjective and not an objective opinion, so it doesn't count. I'm sure that anyone else would tell me that I tried really hard if they knew that I cooked you something different for every meal for 3 straight months.
At the end of the day, I wasn't happy with your cooking, okay?
Well, at the end of the day, you were a lousy husband to me.
I guess we're gonna have to agree to disagree then.
How many different menus does your mother usually make?
Don't bring my mother into this. We're talking about our relationship here.
Well, I'd like to compare myself to your mother because I'm sure that she's a great wife to your father. Well, I have about 1,000 different menus that I rotate. Did you say 1,000? Yes, I did. 1,000 recipes. Wow, that's amazing. How do you do it? Surely you could publish a cookbook with so many recipes and make a career out of it.
See? My mother is a great example of what a good wife is. You have less than 1/10 of the number of recipes my mother has. Now do you see why I wasn't happy with your cooking?
Okay then, I'd like to make a note of all 1,000 recipes that your mother has.
What?
I want to learn, Kevin, and I want to make sure that your mother is telling us the truth. Anyone can state a number.
The same can be said about you, though.
Which is why I'm going to write down 90 of my recipes here too. That's fair, right? It'll take me forever to write down all 1,000 recipes. You can't ask me to do that. You don't need to write everything down. I'll write down 100 recipes that I know of, so you can write down 200. I then want Kevin to determine whether or not my cooking lacked variety. All you need to do is write down less than 1/4 of the recipes that you know. Well, I wasn't expecting this, so I didn't come prepared. Okay, Kevin and I will move on to the next topic. So in the meantime, please write down as many recipes as you can. I'm going to speak to Kevin about why he was so unhappy with me regarding my role as his wife. I don't want him placing blame on me based on vague accusations. I'm not the same person that I was 4 years ago. I won't be bullied. You use intimidation to get your ways, but the words that come out of your mouth don't have much meaning. You can't fool me anymore.
I can't believe that you'd say that to me.
I reflected on the unhappy marriage that I had with Kevin and what I could have done differently. I promised myself that I would stand up for myself the next time that I spoke to him, and today was the day for me to do so. It still hurt me to think about all the terrible things Kevin had said to me and done. If I could stand up for myself today, it would help me overcome my sad past. Kevin criticized my cooking, housework, and personality and told me that these things made me a bad wife to him.
Your cooking was bland, and I was never satisfied with the meals that you had prepared for me.
I wanted to prove that you were only saying these things to hurt me, and one time I served takeout curry from a famous restaurant to you for dinner, and you still told me that it tasted bland, even though I wasn't the one to make it. If you weren't lying about the taste, there's something seriously wrong with your taste buds, and you should have it checked out at a hospital.
When you folded the laundry, you always made a mess of them.
If you take a look, you will see that the laundry is perfectly folded. You don't know what you're talking about.
No,
I'd like your advice on how to fold the laundry better than this.
you're not fit like when we first met.
I'm average in weight, and there's nothing wrong with my health or style. I can see through your shirt that you have a protruding belly. Your body fat percentage is 27%, and that's relatively high.
How did you know that?
I saw that you got a letter to retake some of the tests from your health checkup. I don't see how someone like you has the audacity to criticize my figure. After Kevin saw my reaction to each of his criticisms, there wasn't any more that he could say to me, and his mother could only come up with 26 recipes, a lot less than I had expected. Kevin became very quiet after that. I'm sure you understand now that I didn't do anything wrong, and you just made me feel that way. Huh? What?
This is the Melanie that I've been waiting for. You're perfect now. It's nice that you have the confidence to speak your mind. I see. Glad that you and Melanie have made up, son.
Good job, Kevin. You're not going to tell me that you tested me, are you?
Well, what if I did? I got you to be honest about your feelings, so it worked, right? I'm glad to see the time apart did you good. Now I can count on you to take good care of my sick grandmother. It took you some time, but you're transformed now. I'm proud of you, Melanie.
You're not making any sense. Why do I need to take care of your grandmother? We're divorced, remember? You need to take care of her, and if you can't, you need to hire a professional to do so.
Do you know how much money it costs to hire a professional? If I ask you, you'll do it for free.
Your family. You won't say no, will you?
We also want you to return the alimony that Kevin paid you since you'll be moving back in with him. He had no reason to pay that money to you in the first place.
Kevin and I are divorced. We're no longer family. We're strangers. I have no intention of ever getting back with him, even if we were the last two people remaining on the face of the earth.
You don't need to hide your feelings from me, Melanie. I can propose to you again if you like.
That won't be necessary. You paid me alimony because you had an affair. I have no intention of returning the money to you. I've wasted enough time already speaking to you three. Could you please leave now? There must be a reason why you three came to see me today, but I have no desire to help you out. I guess no other woman is stupid enough to marry you, Kevin. You make a decent living, yet you're single, which means that you have a really, really bad personality. Or you're just not making as much money as you used to.
What are you talking about? There's no truth in what you're saying.
Are you sure? I saw the pair of shoes that you wore today. You bought them at a discount shop.
I wore these today because I didn't want to make you feel bad by wearing my nice shoes. That's right. We have more than enough money.
Actually, I'm pretty well off too. My father is on the executive board of a large electric company. And my husband is a manager at a large travel company.
Husband? What?
That's right.
Oh, this is so unexpected.
So you're not getting back with Kevin then?
Nope, it's not happening.
I could have told you right away and saved you all the trouble, but there were a few things that I wanted to say to you first, so that's why I saved the best for last.
Kevin, this is not at all how we planned for it to be.
You never told us that Melanie could be remarried. This was a complete waste of our time.
How could you get over me so fast? I'm a catch, you know.
You treated me like garbage and then cheated on me. I couldn't get over you fast enough.
I'm not having any of this. How could you do this to me?
I was never happy being married to you, and I regretted it from day one. You didn't let me dress up or wear makeup, and you didn't allow me to have any hobbies. You didn't give me any allowance, which meant that I had no choice but to stay at home all day. And when you came home from work, you criticized me nonstop. Being married to you was a living nightmare.
I was only doing those things out of love. I wanted you to be an even better person and wife.
That's called bullying, and it's very selfish of you to look at things that way. I won't return the alimony that you paid me, and I'm not going to take care of your grandmother. I can't stand to even be in the same room as you. You make me sick. I've never even met your grandmother. I have no obligation to take care of her.
I didn't see this coming.
Are you going to threaten me now?
Melanie, please. I can't live without you. I need you in my life.
It's too late to beg for my forgiveness.
There's really no point in doing all this. It'll only make you miserable. To be honest, I was fired from my job. I made a huge mistake and I lost my job because of it. That's why I really need your help.
I knew there was a reason for your sudden visit. I predicted that Kevin was in some sort of financial trouble, but it was worse than I had imagined.
My parents live on their pension, so they don't have that much money. My grandmother has dementia, and we're having a really difficult time taking care of her. She doesn't seem to remember who we are, and she gets really violent these days. Please, come back and help us take care of her. We used to love each other. I'm sure we can rekindle our relationship. I'm sure that you have it in your heart to help me. You don't want to see your ex-husband in such agony, right? I supported you financially when we were married. Now it's your turn. I only cheated on you because you didn't give me the attention and love that I needed. I paid you alimony for cheating on you, so you can forgive me, right? You're not the only one that made sacrifices in our marriage. I put up with a lot too. I cheated on you because I needed an outlet. I had no other choice. Do you understand my pain and struggles now? I won't ask you to leave your husband, but the least you can do is return the alimony and help us take care of my grandmother. We've been told that there are trespassers on this property.
Yes, these three over here.
You call the police?
How could you do this to us? We were on our way home. You used our spare key to come into our home. That is a crime.
I need you three to come down to the station. Let go of me! We were only talking!
Melanie, you need to help us. Please explain the situation to these officers.
Melanie, I don't want to get arrested. Help us!
Officers, please take them down to the police station.
No!
Help us!
Melanie!
The three of them got off on a warning and were sent home. Kevin's parents learned their lesson and didn't get into any more trouble after that. Kevin hadn't given up yet and continued to harass me and loitered in our neighborhood. We ended up calling the police on him again and a restraining order was issued against him. But he still continued to stalk me. In the end, Kevin was arrested for ignoring the restraining order and continuing to harass us. My husband and I no longer felt comfortable living in our home because Kevin knew where we lived, and so we decided to move. After we moved, we no longer had to worry about seeing Kevin or his parents. We were surprised to see them on the news one night, though. Kevin and his parents were arrested for trying to murder Kevin's grandmother. Kevin's grandmother was transferred to a nursing home after that, and she remained safe. I couldn't believe that my ex-husband and his parents were criminals. At the same time, I considered myself lucky for having cut all ties with them. I no longer had flashbacks of the painful memories of my dreadful marriage to Kevin. My main focus now was the well-being of me and my family, and I was very grateful to have my family in my life. Troublebusters.